Hi! Witcher! Dad? If you're a fan of RPGs or just a gamer in general, even if you don't like that kind of genre, you have absolutely heard of The Witcher. Yeah! It's one of the most beloved RPGs of all time in The Witcher 3, and that's what we're going to talk about today, The Witcher 4, and the future of The Witcher series, franchise, IP, and all that. So if you are a massive fan of The Witcher like me, then please leave a like at the least and a sub at the most for all things Witcher, Mass Effect, RPG, and whatnot. So who is the next protagonist for The Witcher 4? Well, I think it could be you.
Wanna be a renegade? Red wolf. Red wolf renegade. Red wolf renegade.
With recent news that The Witcher 4 is seemingly full steam ahead in terms of development, I figured it's time to talk about something on a lot of people's minds, and that is, who is the next protagonist for the next Witcher game? Well, for a lot of people, the first thought that comes to everyone's mind is, of course, Ciri, and of all the different endings that we can get in The Witcher 3, they all pretty much leave her alive. That makes her available as a protagonist. Then there is, of course, Geralt of Rivia. However, with the release of the Blood and Wine DLC, CD Projekt Red has been very clear that they want this to be the end of Geralt's story. So let's just assume that we will be playing as someone new, and of course, there is the factor to take in with the Lynx medallion instead of the Wolf medallion. While the School of the Lynx is new to the world of The Witcher, it's safe to assume that we will be playing as someone not associated with the School of the Wolf, or the Bear, or the Griffin, and so on and so forth. However, what if this School of the Lynx is a newly formed school from none other than Ciri? The Lynx medallion, at first glance, really is very similar to that of the Wolf, so maybe this is a new school that Ciri is forming from what she has learned from her time with the School of the Wolf and with Geralt of Rivia. So next comes the big question, will Ciri or Geralt be your master in The Witcher 4? This is where the character creation and background system that CD Projekt Red introduced in Cyberpunk 2077 comes into play. If you take the template of Cyberpunk 2077's character creation, the voiceover for either male or female, the backgrounds, and you put that into The Witcher 4, you have a very good setup for role-playing with legacy characters all around. Imagine Ciri or Geralt as your master, in which you have to learn from them in an extended prologue similar to that of The Witcher 3. Where Geralt has had 3 games and many books focused around him leading into the story of Ciri, it would be safe to assume that the developers of The Witcher 4 might want to go on another path while still respecting the choices and outcome with Geralt and Ciri. Which does beg another question. How will choice and consequence roll over into The Witcher 4 from The Witcher 3? We have seen this done in many ways before in games like Mass Effect and the beginning of The Witcher 3 even, where you choose the outcome via questions asked to generate the world state depending on the consequences and choices that happened in The Witcher 3. CD Projekt Red has also said that this is a new Witcher trilogy, so what does that mean? If they are taking the route of another Commander Shepard-like character, going from part 1 to 2 and 3 to evolve over time as a new legacy character, I could see this as a great opportunity for the Witcher fans and, to have their own Witcher fantasy character. I also think that the character would definitely have to be voiced to interact properly with the world that is so alive in The Witcher 3, so it would feel very odd and awkward to have a silent protagonist in The Witcher 4 speaking with legacy characters. And the voice acting has to be nailed as well, especially whenever you compare it to that of so many of the great characters and performances there within. In terms of morality, this is another great boon for character creation in the Witcher world. Geralt of Rivia and Ciri both have very strict morals and, ones that the player has some agency in, but in order to be respectful to the character's legacy, we can't just go around murdering innocent people as Geralt of Rivia, for example. We could also say the same thing about Commander Shepard in Mass Effect. Even though they are a created character, they still have the title of Shepard or the title of Geralt. So if we, let's say, play as the V of the new Witcher trilogy, they would have moral choices to carry over from game to game through the new trilogy that can't be as dramatic as being an absolute psychopath, because that wouldn't make any sense. There are plenty of ways to have morality be shaped by hard decisions versus selfish decisions. Again, Mass Effect is the golden standard for me in terms of how brutal you can be with Shepard while not necessarily being outright evil. So if you ask me, hey, would you want to play as Geralt or Ciri in the next Witcher game, or would you rather create your own character? Honestly, I think it's time to move away from those characters, and I'm not saying that if the next game got announced and we are playing as Geralt or Ciri, that there's no character creation, that I would be disappointed. Absolutely not. I would be happy just to be back in the world of The Witcher playing as whoever. I don't care. I don't give a shunk. Okay? But what about you? What do you want? Do you even care? Do you want Geralt? Do you want Ciri? Do you want Roach? You want to play as Roach? If you like this video and you like all things Witcher, please leave a like at the least. I almost spit everywhere. And a sub at the most. Thank you guys so much. I'll see you next time. Goodbye.